Venezuela is still recovering after two earthquakes devastated that country 2 weeks ago. Today, City of Cleveland officials honored their communities with a gesture they've never done before. 19 News reporter Stephen Hernandez has our story.
At
City Hall this afternoon, Venezuela's tricolored flag is flying high right alongside the Stars and Stripes. 2 weeks after the earthquakes in Venezuela, Cleveland is sending a first-of-its-kind message of solidarity that people like Robert Espinosa can feel.
Being one of the first Venezuelans to see this is something exciting and beautiful.
At least 3,000 people have died from the twin earthquakes that struck the coastal region of the country, with thousands more injured or missing.
I have family in Caracas, and they were able to feel the quake very strongly. I don't think Venezuela is in a good condition to live out this crisis.
Today's ceremony aimed to recognize that very loss through words from city officials, religious leaders, and through a moment of silence.
A flag is more than a fabric. It represents people's history, identity, hopes, and dreams.
While Ohio State Representative Sean Brennan also showed his support on behalf of Columbus.
When I heard about the devastation in Venezuela, what particularly broke my heart were the children. Please reach out if we can continue to be of help.
But the gesture is also a big message for the Venezuelans here in the city of Cleveland, that they're being heard and that they matter.
You are seen, you are valued, and you are not alone.
In Cleveland, Stephen Hernandez, 19 News.